Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to demonstrate and simulate using the Excalibur rounds on the front lines of Ukraine. As you can see, we are in a dense urban environment. We have a lot of both enemy and friendlies operating next to each other. We have civilians wandering the streets and relatively close to the action. So one thing to make note of is the high Excalibur rounds can be used on targets outside of 75-meter range from our friendly forces. Although that is close, that is an okay distance. One thing to make note of is that the round was used extensively in the Iraq War, and it landed well within 4 meters of their intended target. It is laser designated, after all. Alright, now with all of that being said, I'm going to post a link down in the description. It's going to take you to the Institute of the Study of War, and there you can see this little increased fighting on their map that they release pretty regularly. Alright, now let's get this engagement started. We're going to hit play, and we're going to turn off the God's Eye view. Now, all our civilian and military targets have disappeared, and we are going to start up here at the very top. We know this unit is well outside of 75 meters from all of our targets, so we're going to prioritize him first. We're going to come over to a HIMAR, which is located over here, and we're going to manually target that unit, and we're going to drop 2 rounds on him. So we're going to select our weapon system right there. It will come online momentarily. I believe it just needs another few seconds. Yeah, 16 seconds, so we can begin targeting our units during that time. Alright. First target's been designated, although that is extremely close. There are no civilian targets located next to us. Here we do have what looks to be a military structure, possibly barracks, possibly tents, and we are going to eliminate that. We also have a school kind of located within this area. If we hit that Control D key again, we can see that it's within 30 meters. So we do not realistically want to target that unit, but we can at least target the infrastructure. So what we're going to do this time instead, though, is we're going to drop 10 rounds of normal howitzer ammunition on this target. So we're going to click that, click this unit right here. We're going to say 10, and we're going to allocate that. All right, 155 meter high explosive rounds, and we're just going to look at the dispersion area. And we have another howitzer round coming in. Let's bring up our 3D view. We're going to minimize this. We're going to click on this target right here, Excalibur round. And we're going to zoom in over here on the left-hand side and follow it into its intended target. See if any of our friendly forces take damage. Alright, only the enemy took damage, and this one over here on the left didn't, but since we're outside of that 75-meter engagement range, they are okay. Ideally, we weren't on target, which is unfortunate. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to target this area over here with all our HIMARs. As you can see, it's densely populated, but we want to see how accurate they are. So we're going to grab our HIMARs. We're going to go over here. We're going to manually target. See if it selects these first 3 targets. We don't really want that civilian infrastructure. We're going to drop 6 rockets, right? Allocate, close, manually target. These 2 on the back line, another 6, allocate, 12 rockets coming into this densely populated area. See if it's any better or any worse. Over here we can see we have a dense population of what look to only be military targets. So we could either eliminate these with precision munitions, or we can drop 50 howitzer rounds on it. So ideally we are going to drop 50 howitzer rounds. Although it doesn't make sense, we just want to see the effect. I don't really want our thing. It's saying there's a place of worship there, but we know there isn't. 50 rounds, allocate, destroy. And we're just going to see the effect of 50 rounds compared to precision munitions. All right, here we go. We have another 50 rounds currently coming in on this heavily populated area, as well as this civilian infrastructure, which is located next to a school. Ooh, look at that dispersion area right there. Let's zoom out over here. Lots of dispersion, like it's landing all over, and this is why we're using precision munitions, right? We're able to designate that target and eliminate them quite effectively. Now let's go with something a bit more wild. Let's grab some more Excalibur rounds. Let's manually target. Oh my god, I think we're just leveling everything over there. And we're just going to drop 2 rounds. We're going to double click again, close, manual target. Right, so we're going to compare the 20 rounds to just 4 precision guided munitions, see if it's any more effective. We're going to come check out our HIMARS over here, see what's all going to happen in this situation, see how accurate this weapon system is compared to either our Excalibur rounds or our 155mm high explosives. See if it's any worse or any better. So, let's see what we get. 3D view up there on the left or the right. And lots of targets. Fantastic. Alright, our precision munitions easily destroyed that unit instead of dropping 50 rounds. Now let's watch our 50 rounds over here on this lower left-hand corner. So we have the same area, same sort of thing, densely populated, but as you can see, it's not as effective. Look at that dispersion rate. So hit Control D, grab here. We're basically covering a quarter mile. I'm not exactly sure what the blast radius of a 155mm round is. Let's watch one more hit. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to target these three with our precision guided munitions. Outstanding. That quarter mile is just something else. Let's grab this unit right here. Find our intended target, which is located right here. And let's just see how much more effective. So we're going to compare 50 rounds to 6. Right? See if it's any better or any worse. So ideally these would be used in like 2 different tactical like situations, right? This one's more of an area of denial, kind of suppressing this force, preventing them from approaching the front lines and reinforcing their unit, while these Excalibur rounds are more for like target elimination and target elimination in a more precise manner. So we have 6 rounds flying on their way in to destroy these designated targets. It's going to provide our under-equipped force with the reinforcements or firepower that they need. We can see that these units back here aren't taking a lot of damage, but once these hit, it's going to be outstanding. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. Much, much tighter. I don't really agree with what that's looking like, but let's see. We're doing a lot more damage. We're avoiding our infantry. And let's see what this last round looks like. That one was way, way off target. That guy needs to go back to training. All right, compared to this 50, we've done a lot more damage, even with those 6 rounds. I mean, we could have like ramped it up. They don't seem as accurate as they should be. Let's try and take out this last unit over here. Let's click another unit and just try and drop 2 rounds on this guy right here. He's well out of range of everyone, I believe. Let's drop 2 rounds of Excalibur on him. Call it a day. Is this one currently engaged? Oh, he's firing howitzer rounds. We still have a while for that dude. Click on this guy and we'll call it a day. See what we can do. Right? Densely populated area. 3 rounds of precision munition. Let's follow that in. Call it a day. 1, 2, 3. All on their way. Once they hit, we will see how much more effective 3 rounds compared to 50. Oh my god, it's still hammering and it's like not doing anything back there. Like, this is why we use precision rounds. Like, we have good area of denial, right? But it's ideally not doing much damage to those targets. I think those are tents or guard stations. Another 6 rounds inbound. All right, once this last little bit hits, let's see how effective it is. Over our troops. Boom. Ideal. What's the dispersion right there? 77 meters compared to 400. Way more accurate. No damage to any civilians outside of that 75-meter range. Fantastic. And that's a perfect demonstration on why we're sending Excalibur rounds to that location. All right, guys. Peace out.